All right, lead heads, welcome back to the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 160, and we are continuing our celebration, our 150th episode celebration, 10 shows, 10 episodes after, and we're going to be celebrating the whole month of July with our Talking Lead and Friends Independence Celebration giveaway. That's a mouthful. But it is kicked off and it is underway. And we have had enormous response since we started it July the 4th. And at the time of the recording, I mean, I can't tell you how many. We've got thousands and thousands of people that have entered so far. Trying to win that Nordic Components NC-15 rifle. The gift cards we've got from Atlas Defense, Palmetto State Armory, Kel-Tec's giving away swag, Apex Tactical's got some stuff, Colt, 1776 United, Cantu Bruner, Dipstick Hydrographics, Devil Dog Concepts has one of their badass side-charging hard charger systems. CAA has put up a nice AR accessory kit with the buttstock grip and handguard. Cobalt Kinetics has put up a muzzle device, some of their swag, shirts and hats. Tactical Walls put up one of their awesome tactical wall clocks where you can hide your gun and stuff behind the face of the clock. You've seen the Talking Lead one that they sent. And, of course, Glock and their tons and tons of swag that they have sent and that we have been giving out. We've got – and you heard a guy cough there. That's our guest. I'm getting ready to introduce him. Glock, we're giving away 3 lucky winners in the contest, and the giveaway are going to win the ultimate Glock swag package, where we're giving away hats and water bottles and cups and pins and just all kinds of awesome Glock swag. So make sure you guys go to Talking Lead's website, and under the giveaway tab, there's a link there. And I'll go into a little bit later in the show and just kind of walk you through how to do that. But first, I want to go ahead and introduce our guest. And this is his first time on the show. We met him back at the Big 3 East. And it is Raphael. And I'm going to mess up your last name, Raphael. I'm going to let you say it.
I wanted to hear you say it first.
I was going to say Del Valle.
Man, you nailed it.
Is that what it is?
That's it, buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, while we're sitting here talking, I hear all these guys throwing out all this swag and stuff. Why don't we go ahead and throw in a couple Grand Power T-shirts and a couple Bursa T-shirts as well?
That'll be cool. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make that the trivia question this week prize. How about we do that?
You use them however you want, but you got some T-shirts coming your way.
Awesome, man. We'll do that. And towards the end of the show, we'll give the trivia question.
Just like this.
Yeah, and I've got a hat on too. I've got one of the awesome hats. So they've got some really cool swag too. So that's awesome. Good deal. And we didn't say who you're with. Raphael is with Eagle Imports.
Yeah.
Which Eagle Imports represents a whole slew of people. Bursa, Grand Power. Well, you know them better than I do right off.
Yeah, well. Obviously our big one, our bread and butter is Bursa, but Grand Power's the newest addition to the Eagle Imports family. And then we also import the Metro Arms line of 1911s from the Philippines, which encompasses the several brands, Llama, American Classic, Mac, and SPS.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they make everything from an entry-level GI model 1911 all the way up to 2011 race guns.
Right, and those are some good-looking guns too. You had them all laid out there at the Big 3 East, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get to shoot those. But you're going to be back in October, right? At the Big 3
East. Back in October, we'll get you behind the trigger on those things.
Okay, we'll get some videos of those. I definitely want to get some trigger time, especially on the competition. Is it Grand Power that has the competition one?
Grand Power does, and then if you're into 2011 style pistols, then Metro Arms makes the 2011 pistols for double stack 1911s.
Right. Okay. Very good. So definitely this October, I'm going to get some videos with that whole slew, the Bursa, the Metro Arms, the Grand Power. And you guys also represent another brand that's our listeners are very familiar with. Rob Pincus started a company with you guys, I guess. Avidity Arms. We released that this past SHOT Show. Rob dropped it on us. There's a new single stack personal defense handgun that he has helped develop with you guys.
That's right.
And it's the PD9.
Yes. PD10 we're calling it.
Just the PD10. Okay.
Yeah, just because it holds 10 rounds. It is 9mm. So, but yeah, that is actually a project that we started off, kind of popped into my head one day when I was walking down the street in Argentina as maybe. But I was like, hey, man, you know, all these guys that have snowboards and skateboards and all this stuff, you know, you go buy one of those and it's always somebody's signature model.
Right.
I was like, well, there's all these well-known guys in the firearms industry. Why don't they have signature models? And so that's where it kind of came from. Plus, we wanted to start manufacturing something here in the United States instead of being exclusively an importer. Mm-hmm. So we went to Rob because, you know, what a better person to go for a signature model than Rob Pincus, you know?
Absolutely.
And he jumped on it right away. And so we've been developing it now for, I don't know, it's been almost 2 years. And obviously it would go, I think, a lot quicker if we were already a manufacturer, but since we're not and we're just getting started, it's just taking a little while to develop the process as well as the pistol.
Right.
The first gun we're going to come out with is the Rob Pincus PD10, which is it's a single stack 9mm polymer framed gun. It's got I believe it's a 4-inch barrel. And basically we went to Rob and said, hey, Rob, is there a gun out there? You shoot every gun that's on the market and, you know, you have to have your favorites or whatever. But is there a gun out there that satisfies all of your needs? And he said, well, come to think of it, no. And then we said, well, let's make it and put your name on it.
And of course, he said, okay.
Yes. His eyes, he showed more emotion than I've probably ever seen Rob Pincus show. And so we're getting it. We've got production prototypes right now. We've got shooters. You saw one, you saw the latest version, at the time, the latest version at NRA. Right. We actually have ones now where, we're doing good testing with them. And
we saw the first prototype at SHOT Show. He had the full metal prototype, and then at NRA you guys had it narrowed down to, you got the polymer with the slide and everything the way that it's going to be. There's just a few things that you hadn't done yet, so
a couple little tweaks, but it'll be we're shooting them now, we're testing them now. We're getting molds made. We're on the cusp right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, with a brand new gun like this, starting from the ground up, is you can't just make it and then release it. You've got to put it through trials and test it out and make sure everything's tight and functioning properly.
Absolutely. And it's taken, Rob's living out in Denver and he's on the PDN tour right now. So we've got him flying back and forth to Florida to test it with our engineer, Brad Thomas. And so they're putting in a lot of time and effort right now.
I'm sure he's probably got one he's taken and running through his courses and stuff with him too. Because what better way to test it out than put it through, some of the grueling defense scenarios that he runs with his classes.
Absolutely. We want this gun to be, fully functioning and fully, developed before we even think about putting it on the market.
Yeah. What I really liked about it was the grip, the angle and thickness and feel of the grip. It was very comfortable.
It's an extremely comfortable, extremely thin gun. It holds a 10-round 9mm 1911 magazine. It's got the Rob Pincus signature series sights on it, and his base plate on the bottom of the mag and all that sort of thing. So
you guys are putting that claw on there, right?
Yeah, the claw base plate and the claw sights and everything. So it's awesome. It's incorporating a lot of things that he's been doing for a while and putting it into an actual, signature firearm.
Yeah, and you've got the higher perch on the the back of the grip. Underneath the trigger, you've got that beveled out a little more to where you can get your fingers in there resting a little bit better. So all the stuff that I do with my Glock after I get it aftermarket with the Dremel tool.
Right.
You guys have already gone ahead and done this.
Tell Corey.
No. I'm sure Corey knows that people they mod those things out.
That's right. But anybody that wants to take a look at it, they can go on to Eagle Imports Inc.com, and there's a tab on there for Avidity Arms, and they can take a look at the pistol. And I think there might be some videos on there and that sort of thing. But we've got a live webpage that people can take a look at.
I think you got a Facebook page set up for it too.
We do have a Facebook page as well.
Right, and that's AVIDITY Arms. Avidity Arms.
That's right.
And you guys make sure you go back and listen to our SHOT Show interview with Rob, and he goes in and talks about a little bit behind the name, how they came up with the name and all that too. So check that episode. I don't know which one it is right now, but you guys can go back and you'll look at the names. You'll be able to figure it out. TLP 137 2016 SHOT Show Part 3, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. The only one that matters is 160 right now.
That's right, 160, baby. That's where we're with Raphael at episode 160.
That's right.
And I think I hear the jackwagon train coming in, Raphael.
Hey, man. Choo-choo.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jackwagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so the gunny has brought the jackwagon train in, and we're going to have several that we're putting on this week. And probably to no one's surprise that listens to the show is we're going to throw the FBI director, James, is it Comey or Coomey? I don't know.
I say Coomey, but
Yeah.
At least that's how Fox News says it. That's what I hear all day long.
Coomey, yeah. So as everybody is well aware right now, he got in front of the nation, and as he was going through his spiel, it sounded like they were going to bring Hillary up on charges for her email. I mean, everything he was saying was incriminating. She was extremely careless, and she had multiple devices, and everything that he was saying was contradicting everything she said she didn't do. And then at the very end, he comes out and says no reasonable prosecutor would bring this to trial.
That's right.
And everybody was like, what? You just gave every reason why it should be, and then your recommendation comes out this way. So, you can read the stories, the articles that are out there if you haven't heard about it, but extremely, just like she was extremely careless, he was extremely idiotic in his recommendation there. And, of course, the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, before he even made his recommendation, said that she would just take his recommendation, whatever he recommends. So it sounds like they had this whole thing planned out from the beginning. And plus there were a couple of other strange coincidental meetings and things that happened prior to this as well. Something on a plane. I don't know.
Yeah, they were hanging out on the tarmac at the airport in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for some airport employee, nobody would have ever known. Because they were telling everybody, no cameras, no whatever. Anyway, the whole thing's fishy, and
right.
There's probably none of us that are hanging around right now listening that know any of this that are number one. I'm not surprised. Number two, it just blows me away that this is what it's come to. Right.
Well, I'm surprised and I'm shocked that he would come on national TV and give every evidence of why she should be prosecuted, but then his recommendation is contrary to what he was just saying. So that shocked and surprised me.
My opinion is that he said what he wanted to do, and then did what he was told to do.
Exactly. That's a perfect way of saying it.
I mean, the guy came out and laid it out in black and white.
Yeah.
Of why charges should be brought up, why, all this. And then he was like, but
but I don't want to wind up dead.
Mom told me I got to be home for dinner at 7.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
the person who signs my paycheck.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, Schlama.
Yep. I think the whole thing was had been probably already set up and everything, and he just had to come out and give his report. But I think he gave a pretty scathing report. And if we as the voting public and whatnot are foolish enough or dumb enough to
naive enough,
believe that there's no guilt there or no wrongdoing, then
Well, that's what they're playing on. They're playing on Americans' naivety.
Yeah.
And people rely on the news media and sources to tell them what they need to think.
Yeah.
Instead of, people taking the information and researching it for themselves and adding some critical thinking to it.
Absolutely. And, that's going to be, unfortunately, the way it is in most countries where people just are too busy or they're just not interested and they're just going to take hearsay and they're just, if they go to the polls, they're going to go to the polls and vote in a quick second without putting much thought behind it.
Can't just take anything, what these people say at face value. You've got to question everything they say, even if it's something that they're saying that you want to hear, question that.
That's right.
Because there's probably an ulterior motive, a reason why they're doing that.
Yeah, these people are not dumb. Everything that comes off their lips is something planned and scripted.
It's purposeful. Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
So James Comey and Loretta Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lynch.
I know that's weird that her name's so close to Loretta.
I know.
Are on the Jack Wagon train this week, so they'll probably be on there for a while. And then we've got another one. You want to take this next one?
Oh, gosh.
Our latest celebrity.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you got to go bring up our little buddy Matt Damon.
Yes, Mr. Ultimatum himself.
Yeah, Mr. The Born Ultimatum. Well, this is funny. We were talking about this before the show, and man, it cracks me up. But anyway, so as the news is telling us now that he was over there doing his latest Born press junket in Australia, and made a comment without knowing what the hell he's talking about, but said to the people of Australia that he wishes that the United States had the same gun laws as Australia.
Yes.
Which is, you can't have a gun, basically.
Right.
And
you have no gun rights. There is no Second Amendment right.
This guy who's doing a press junket for a movie, which every scene in the trailer, he's shooting a fully automatic weapon. Making millions of dollars off of guns. And, I guess they're cool for Jason Bourne, but they're not cool for Marty and Raphael.
They're not, and that's the double standard that's going on, especially with these celebrity media types. They will come out and make statements like this when they perceive it's going to benefit them,
right?
Or push or promote a movie that they've got, which I don't see how in God's green earth that he would think coming out anti or not necessarily anti, but
even
more gun control.
Well, he's typical liberal, Hollywood celebrity that, everywhere they go, they've got a bodyguard who's probably packing a gun.
Right. If they're not themselves.
Right. If they're not themselves, but that's not cool if me and you have a gun. And it's the crow singing the same song. And it's
the double standards. It's just like the Hillary Clinton. It's a double standard. If you or I had, this type of sensitive information on our own personal servers and we were deemed to be extremely careless or even, what did he said, she showed great carelessness also.
Yeah.
Which are grounds for prosecution. Right. For indictment, and if it had been any one of us, no questions asked. I mean, it wouldn't even gone that far. We'd be sitting in a 5x5 jail cell right now. I don't know what size they are now.
I mean, yeah, we'd be certainly be in the dark room getting questioned by somebody.
Right, and the fact that they're saying that well, she wasn't aware. Maybe she wasn't aware at the time that it was illegal. What have you ever heard in your life when you break the law? Ignorance is no excuse of the law.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Whether you know it or not, you're still guilty of violating a crime.
Absolutely.
Whether you knew it or not. I don't know how many freaking speeding tickets I've got. I didn't know what the speed limit was, sir.
Well, now you do.
Son, ignorance is no excuse of the law.
That's right. No, it's true, man. It's I wish it worked that way for all of us. I didn't know, but
yeah, that's the hard facts. There's double standards, and if you're not a super celeb, you're not your last name's not Clinton.
That's right.
You're gonna face the music, buddy.
Yeah.
So just bank on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's our jackwagon train for the week. Matt Damon, welcome to the jackwagon train. You can join your buddy. What's that Scottish dude we threw on not too long ago? He did all the Taken movies.
Oh, Liam Neeson. Yeah, same thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a turncoat also.
That's right.
Hypocrites and lawbreakers, welcome to the jackwagon train.
Yep. Take a seat in the front car.
That's right. Nordic Components is an American-owned manufacturing company proud to produce quality products right here in the USA. As a company, we continually invest in our manufacturing capabilities to ensure that all of our products are the highest quality and most efficiently produced parts available. The Nordic Components business consists of two segments, manufacturing and sales. Our manufacturing business works to provide custom machine components for a variety of applications, with our specialty being firearm components. The sales business produces lines of branded firearm accessories to enhance and elevate the shooting experience. We are a company owned and operated by individuals devoted to shooting sports, and many of us shoot competitively. We attend and sponsor a number of events around the country each year where we listen to you, the consumer, and are proud to say that all of our firearm components are a direct result of your input. As a firearms accessory provider, our aim is simple. Provide shooting enthusiasts with innovative products of uncompromising performance and reliability. Nordic Components. Check us out at nordiccomp.com. All right, guys, now it's time to get to know our guest a little bit better and his company. So tell us how Eagle Imports came to be, Raphael.
Well, Eagle Imports, first of all, we are just a little small importing and marketing company. We're based out of New Jersey. The company was started by Mike Sedini, who's now the president, but it was started by his grandfather, George Sedini Jr., and Mike's uncle, George Sedini Jr. And they started out back, I guess it was maybe about 28 years ago now. They were originally the importing Bersa pistols from Argentina.
Right.
And Llama pistols out of, if you want to say it right, Llama pistols out of Spain.
Is that how you say it? I was always wondering. Yeah. I always call it La Llama because there's two L's.
Yeah, La Llama. and a lot of people think, just as a little side note there, a lot of people think about it as like the animal, the llama, the pack animal from South America.
Right.
It's pronounced Llama, if you want to be, correct about it, and
phonetically correct. Yeah.
And in Spain, llama means flame.
Oh, okay.
So that's
L-L-A-M-A is Spanish.
L-L-A-M-A is pronounced llama, and it means flame.
Okay.
And so that's why on a lot of the packaging and on a lot of the guns, you'll see a little flame on on the logo or whatever.
Right. Okay. I never understood that either.
Yeah. So little trivia for everybody, right?
There we go. Exactly.
But so they started that a while back, and unfortunately they both passed away. And Mike was working for the company, and him being family and everything, he took over the company. At that point, I came on to work with them. Llama had since gone out of business. Now we're importing Bersa, which is out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, which most people know for the Bersa Thunder 380. It's one of the most famous 380.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Out there on the planet. And then we also bring in the Grand Power line of pistols, as you're wearing on your hat, and I've got the T-shirt on. out of Slovakia. And
Slovakia, okay.
Slovakia, yep. And we're also bringing in the Metro Arms line of 1911 style pistols out of the Philippines. And so, yeah, we're busy. We got our hands full. And again, we feel like we're bringing in some of the best products from overseas that are available out there.
Absolutely. Now, Bersa is known, I mean, they're known for the 380, obviously, but they carry a whole line of handguns.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they make the Thunder 380, obviously, is their most famous pistol. They also make that same gun in a 22. They make, a variety of different versions of that Thunder 380.
They make the 40 also, right?
Yes, we also have the Thunder Pro series, which you have a full size, which is a service pistol, which is carried by the Argentine military, their national police, most of the state police down there, and various other police forces throughout South and Central America. That gun's available in a 9 and a 40. And then they also make the Thunder Pro Ultra Compact, which comes in a 49 and a 45, which is actually, to me, is one of the most underrated pistols out there. It's a lot of fun to shoot, very controllable, super accurate, and extremely reliable. And then recently, and I say recently, but in the last few years, we came out with the BP CC, which is the Bersa Polymer Concealed Carry, which is a little polymer single stack, comes in 9, 380, and 40. Really, really comfortable to hold, extremely concealable because it's so thin, and really, 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 really accurate and controllable. If we had that down there at the Big 3, and guys were going crazy for it.
Awesome. Well, I didn't get a chance to shoot that one. I definitely want to do it this October.
We'll have one there for you.
Sweet. Now, you got you guys sponsor some 3-gunners as well.
We do.
And, I was noticing one of your guys is running the Bersa Thunder 40 Smith & Wesson that you guys have, but it's a competition one.
Yeah, it's actually a 9mm that he's running. It's the
is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's the Bersa Thunder Pro XT, which it just came out, and it was originally designed for IPSC and USPSA, but because of the fact that it holds 17 rounds and we've got extended mags for it and everything, so you can, I think you can carry up to 23 rounds in it. And nice. so people have started adopting it for 3-gun.
Yeah.
It's a super tuned up version of the Thunder Pro, 5-inch barrel, fiber optic front sights. It's got a LPA precision rear sight, custom tuned trigger. The slide and the frame are hand lapped to each other. The barrel's custom fitted to the slide. It's just, they pulled out all the stops on that, and it delivers with 5 magazines, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Well, what's the price point on one of those?
Suggested retail is about $900, but I've seen them out there at like $799.
Oh, you can't beat that, man.
No, you can't. And
5 magazines.
Yeah, and people are the big thing I'm hearing is, an $800 Bersa, give me a break. Well, okay, yeah, you can go buy a Thunder 380 for $299. That's never going to break. It's got a lifetime warranty. It's going to shoot everything you put into it. Why can't the company that does that make something that can compete with Tenfoglio and CZ, and all that sort of thing, and charge you $1,000 less than a lot of those guys? Right. Maybe it's an $800 Bersa, but if anybody else made it, it'd be $1,500. Right. And that's what what we're trying to get across. The gun is awesome. It runs.
And what's your 3-gunner's name?
Well, the main guy is named Gaston Vallerga. Okay. It's but he's the Bersa team captain, so he's shooting it in 3-gun. He's shooting it in IPSC and in USPSA, and he'll be up here in the United States. He just got back from Europe doing a bunch of tournaments over there, and he'll be here doing the USPSA Nationals in August. We've got a lot of guys shooting our guns now, which is actually makes me really happy. It shows what we've got going on, and they're winning. Yeah, that's a huge testament when you got 3-gunners that are using your guns in competition. Absolutely.
So let's find out a little bit more about you. Raphael.
All right.
We're gonna hit you with some of our new guy questions.
All right.
you gotta answer them. The first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh boy. All right.
All right, and we'll start you off easy. So the first one is, how did you originally get involved with firearms? What's your earliest recollection?
I graduated college at University of Colorado. I went to work probably about 3 days later for Spyderco Knives out in Golden, Colorado.
Sweet.
And eventually got to the point where I was handling all the wholesalers in the United States and several other countries as well. But one of my big accounts was Ellett Brothers here in Columbia, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. It was one of the largest gun wholesalers, or in the nation.
Distributors, yeah.
And they offered me a job as their gun buyer, and I came to work for them, and the rest is history.
Wow! So that was your first exposure to a gun?
Well, no. I'd shot guns all my life,
Okay, that's what we're getting at. What's your earliest?
I thought you were talking about being in the industry. No,
that's cool too. That's
my
good.
My dad was an avid duck and goose hunter, and so as it goes with being his son, I did it all the time with him, and
awesome.
And I loved it from a kid, and then when you're around guns all that much, you end up shooting handguns, you end up shooting rifles, and
that's
all
right.
that sort of thing. So it's been a part of my life since I was, as long as I can remember.
What's your earliest recollection of the firearm that you could call your own? What was your first one?
Your
dad gave it to you for a birthday present or something?
I had a Rossi single shot 28 gauge shotgun.
Sweet.
Yep. That was my little bird gun.
How old were you?
I think I was about 7.
Around 7?
Yeah.
Now, did you grow up in Colorado?
No, I grew up in Virginia.
Okay,
yeah.
So this was in Virginia. Okay.
Yep, this was in Virginia, and we used to hunt we were in Northern Virginia, just outside of D.C. So we used to go bird hunting on the eastern shore of Maryland.
Awesome. Now, do you still have that?
Yes, I do.
You still have it? Awesome.
Nobody's gonna take that one from me. Beat the hell, but it's still mine. I haven't shot it in 30 years.
I've still got my first one too. Is a 410 pump action.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It needs a little work, but I've still got it. What was your first handgun you owned? I didn't get my first handgun until I was. It's been about 6-7 years ago.
I bought a gun off a buddy of mine when I was in college. It was a Star Micronics pistol made in Spain, 9mm. It was, and you know what, man? It shot, but that company doesn't exist either anymore.
Right.
All the old Spanish handgun companies are gone, man. Llama or Yama, as we say, Astra and Star. They're all gone now.
So what happened to them? They just disappear?
Yeah, they were all
get bought out.
All I can tell you what happened with Yama was that the owner sold it to the employees, so the employees had no idea how to run a company,
right?
A gun company. So they ran it into the ground, and then the Spanish government came in and took it over because it was a firearms company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got it going again and gave it back to the employees, and they ran into the ground again, and that was that.
But you guys are carrying them though now, right?
Yeah, but we're having them made by Metro Arms in the Philippines. We owned the name Yama in the United States, just the same way we own Bursa and we own any of our other brands. We own the rights to that name here. So we wanted to come out with a price point 1911 to compete against the Rock Islands and the Taurus and that sort of thing. We're an entry level, good quality 1911. And so we decided to bring back the Yama name.
Very cool. And, something people were familiar with.
That's right. That's right. And, the name unfortunately carries a little bit of good and bad with it because towards the later years when the company was kind of falling apart, their quality probably went downhill a little bit.
Yeah.
But kind of our logo is this isn't your dad's Yama or not your granddad's Yama. What we're doing is we're having it made by Metro Arms in the Philippines, but we're bringing back some of the most popular styles. So, we're bringing back the Micromax 380 and the Max 145 and the Max 138 Super, which were their 3 top sellers. And even though they're a little bit different looking because we've modernized them and we've re-engineered them and everything like that, so that you're going to get a way better gun.
Dude, you need to design one, and you need to call it the Yama Phoenix.
Yeah,
the coming out from the flames anew. It's not your granddad's Yama.
The
Phoenix.
That might be. We're working on a couple other projects that don't have names, so that might be
Reborn. Yeah, the Yama Reborn.
The Marty Holder Phoenix by Yama.
Left hand. The left hand Phoenix.
That's right, the lefty Phoenix.
We can
do that. We can do that.
All right, I'm down with that. We'll work something out. I won't carry the clout like a Pincus has, or anything. But
you're giving them too much credit.
Comedic value, though, I add a lot to that.
That's right. That's right.
Pop culture. When it comes to pop culture, what is your go-to? Whether it's a movie, a TV show, a book, a song, a magazine, maybe some social media stuff. What's your go-to source that's firearms related?
You're telling me to give you something that pops into my.
Yep. First thing pops in your head.
How about? I don't know why this just popped in my head, but have you ever seen AC/DC live? For those about to rock. And then the cannons just bam! That's the first thing.
Nice. That's perfect, man. That's the kind of response I want to get from people. That's awesome. Yes. AC/DC live. Great big balls, baby.
That's right.
I love AC/DC.
Oh man.
So what about movie wise? What's your go-to that's
gun related?
Yeah, don't say The Bourne.
No, what's that movie with Liam Neeson? No.
Yeah.
I'm a big like World War II guy. Like I like watching those old movies and it's not gun related, but they use a whole lot of guns in it. But my favorite movie, just for so many reasons from that era, is Kelly's Heroes.
Kelly's, that's an oldie but goodie right there, man.
That is my go-to movie with Clint Eastwood and.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Donald Sutherland, and
they go like
behind enemy lines to steal gold.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite movie of all time.
That's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah,
I love that movie. I just started watching a new. It's not new. It's been out for a while, and I think it's actually canceled now. But it's called Strike Back. You heard of it?
Oh yeah, it ended. It's not canceled. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It's awesome.
Man, that's like one of the best.
Yeah.
Anything firearms related. I mean, their mechanics and stuff they use, the firearms they use in that.
So cool. It's such a great show for so many reasons. But yeah, we're big fans of it at this house, and
I just watched the finale, the series finale last night.
Yeah, where they meet in California on the motorcycles and take off in both directions. Yeah,
Damon and what's the guy's name? Bridge.
What's it? The guy that gets a girl in every episode.
Southbridge or Northbridge? I don't know. And then
Northbridge anyway.
Scott's the one that gets all the girls.
Yeah. He gets a girl every episode.
You know what's funny about that is. The British guy, the guy that plays the British guy, is American,
and vice versa.
Well, no, that he's Australian.
Oh, okay. So the guy that plays American is Australian, and the British guy is American. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get the roles right.
But I mean, dude nails the British accent.
Absolutely, it's such a cool show.
It is. It's really cool. So if you guys haven't checked out Strike Back, check it out.
Cinemax, right?
I think it was Showtime.
Okay, one of those two. But
it's a Showtime original. But if you've got like one of those Fire Sticks and you've got like Prime or something, you can watch it on there. At least you can watch like the first 3 seasons. I think there's a total of 5 seasons.
Yeah,
the first season was different, a little bit different than the next 4 because the guy that played in the what are the freaking tower movies? Lord of the Rings. He was in like The Hobbit or something like that.
Right.
I can't remember the actor's name, but he was like the main character. And then I guess they went through some huge changes, and they brought these other two guys in,
Right,
as the agents. But basically, the thing of the show is it's like MI6, and there's a Section 20 within MI6. These guys are special operators, and they go and they take out extremely bad guys and whatnot. But
they do what needs to be done.
They do what needs to be done, but it's got hilarity in it. It's got action in it. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some nice booby shots in it.
It sure does, man. Homeboy gets it done.
Everything a guy likes. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
So Strike Back. That's my new favorite firearms related pop culture.
Yeah, that's a great call. Great show.
All right. So next question is, what is your next gotta have, wanna have firearm that's on your bucket list?
The Avidity Arms PD-10.
Of course. If you would just get it out and release it, that's mine too.
That's right. That's the problem. We just got to get it out. No, that's it. I'll tell you what. I've as much as I've seen it around, and I know that it's been out for a little while, but the little Kel-Tec, what's that? The 22 mag, the P30, is that what it's called? The
PM30, I think it is.
PM30, yeah. I'd like to have one of those. I'd like to.
Oh, have you seen the CMR30?
No.
Dude, Google it right now. Are you on a computer? Yeah. Obviously, you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Google Kel-Tec CMR30, and that's going to be what you want. But you want to get the I think it's the P. Let me see what the handgun. You want to get the handgun, and you want to get that one.
Holy smokes! I'm looking at it right now. That looks really awesome.
It's kind of Uzi.
Yes.
Kind of looks like an Uzi, but it's a 22 mag.
Has it been released?
Yeah, it's out.
How did I not know that? I'm usually on top of things. Dang it. But no, that thing looks cool.
Go to my YouTube channel. I've got videos of me shooting it.
Fun, huh?
It's a blast, man. Awesome. I love it. The CMR 30 from Kel-Tec and I guess it's the PMR. Maybe it's the PMR.
The PMR, yeah, that's right. The PMR 30, yes.
Is the handgun. The magazines they both use the same magazines. So
okay.
They're interchangeable on the magazine. So they'd be perfect complementary carry weapons.
Right.
And
cool.
they shoot the 22 mag.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of that cartridge, and
that's a very underrated cartridge.
That's right. That's right. And it's tough to make a semi-automatic weapon out of that cartridge, and that's why they've been so successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for all the crap Kel-Tec gets, for their handguns, that's one handgun that they did right. I'll have to give them kudos on that. And of course, I love all their rifles. All their rifles are top notch.
Absolutely.
Enough of sucking Kel-Tecs.
That's right. That's right.
Now, you guys strictly do handguns, right? You don't do any rifles?
All handguns. All handguns. Grand Power's getting ready to come out with a little 9mm carbine, similar to the, I guess, in the same vein of the CZ Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be our first kind of.
That'll be cool.
Getting away from strictly handguns, but
you definitely need to put me down on the T&E list for that.
Absolutely, man. It should be. I'm hoping that we have them here for SHOT Show next year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have them for the big 3.
I will not for the one in October, but probably the one.
No, that one.
Definitely the one after SHOT Show, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll check it out at SHOT then.
No, maybe I'll have one for October.
That would be sweet.
Maybe we'll pull it out from underneath the blankets and see if it's around. Exactly.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is laws be damned if you could have any firearm, weapon, whatever it may be? What would you like to have? Price be damned, laws be damned.
I mean, the minigun, right?
There you go. That's kind of a stat. Everybody wants the minigun.
I mean, that's the deal. I can't even imagine anything more fun to shoot than that.
A tank would be cool.
Some sort of
F-16.
All right, now we're talking.
I said anything. I said
an A-10. I'd love to have an A-10.
Oh my God, a Warthog would be
that's
awesome.
Right. That's right. Yeah, just with the minigun up front.
Yeah, there you go. There's your minigun right there.
That's right. That's
the minigun attached to an A-10.
That's right. Chew it up. Just chew it up.
If you could spend the day at the range with anyone or any group of people, whether they're still alive or maybe they're fictional or maybe they're passed away, who would you like to go spend the day at the range with?
John Wayne.
John Wayne, the Duke.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, man. That's the first time somebody's brought up John Wayne.
Gun guy, and I just think he would be cool to hang out with.
Absolutely. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Shooting with the Duke, baby.
That's right. Have him drop a little science on me.
And any man that doesn't want to cooperate, I'll make him wish he hadn't been born.
LaBeef, you get crossways of me and you'll think 1,000 of brick have fell on you.
Well, here's my word. Get the hell off my spread. Now, we'll all calm down.
Boss, he's just a little excited.
I know. I'm going to use good judgment. I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But, Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth. But I won't. The hell I won't. I don't hold jail against you. But I hate a liar.
I'll count 3. And if you're not out of the house by then, I'll loose the dogs on you.
If you say 3, mister, you'll never hear the man count 10.
Cherry was right. You're soft. You should have let him kill me, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. I'll catch up with you. I don't know when, but I'll catch up. Every time you turn around, expect to see me. There's one time you'll turn around and I'll be there. I'm gonna kill you, Matt.
Well, son, since you haven't learned to respect your elders, it's time you learn to respect your betters. You can call me father, you can call me Jacob, you can call me Jake, you can call me a dirty son of a bitch. But if you ever call me daddy again, I'll finish this fight.
You goddamn mean dirty son of a bitch!
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son. Now you understand. Anything goes wrong, anything at all. Your fault, my fault, nobody's fault. It don't matter. I'm gonna blow your head off. It's as simple as that. Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight. Yeah, I'm 30 years older than you are. Had my back broke once and my hip twice. And on my worst day, I could beat the hell out of you. If I can't teach you one way, I'll teach you another. But I'm gonna get the job done.
Very cool. That's the first time anybody said him.
Really? I was hoping that you were going to be like, that's what everybody says.
No, actually, we've had a lot of people say Jerry Miculek.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I was thinking like the Rob Latham or, somebody that could really show me something. But if I've got to go spend the day with somebody, and I'm sure those guys are really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I think spending the day with John Wayne would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, if you could spend the day at the range with anybody you wanted to, you got to think outside the box there.
That's right. I think John Wayne would be a lot of fun to go shoot some 6-shooters with.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
All right, guys. So now it is time for the Talking Lead.
Facts to fight the myths.
And our guest this week, Raphael, has a new one for us. So, Raphael, what's your fact to fight the myth?
That's right. Well, we were talking about what out there is a myth that that maybe specifically that Eagle Imports has to deal with on a daily basis. That being, a lot of people out there feel that because we bring products from overseas, whether it be the Philippines, Argentina, or Slovakia, that the products are somehow or another not as quite as good or a lesser pistol than something that's made in the USA. Yeah, an inferior product to something that's USA made. I want to address that because our products are as good as or better in some cases than anything that's made here in the United States, especially at the price points that we're offering.
Right.
We've been bringing in Grand Power pistols from Slovakia, which everybody's a big fan of CZ, and our factory is about less than an hour from the CZ factory. It's or somewhere around there, but it it used to be the same country when it was Czechoslovakia, and so people are like, oh, Slovakia, and I'm like, well, you like CZs, right? These products are unbelievably high quality, have no problems with these guns.
Right.
And by the way, I also want to put out there that we're so confident of how good our guns are. We offer a no questions asked lifetime warranty on our products. We will repair them or replace them for the life of the gun. Bursa, I know that each year we keep track of anything that's brought back for anything, whether it be somebody sent it in because they don't like the finish on it, or somebody sent it in because the trigger's broken or whatever. But we get less than 0.5% of our guns come back. Less than 0.5% come back for repair, and we do take care of it in a timely manner and get it back to you. Metro Arms 1911s out of the Philippines, we get less than 0.25% back. And you can go do your research on any of our products. The fit and finish, second to none. They run. They eat all kinds of ammo.
They're really good looking firearms.
Yeah.
You had basically one of each set up, and I had, got the hands on, and I was really surprised by the craftsmanship on a lot of those, especially those the 1911s from the Philippines.
They're unbelievable, and the thing is, at the end of the day, they're using the same machines to build them that they do here in the U.S. They're using the same types of steel. They're not, nobody's cutting any corners. It's not a cheap Chinese replica of something. They're very good guns. The same way Walther's out of Germany or an HK's out of Germany and C's out of Czech Republic. I mean, it's just people in other countries can make good guns, and it's a lot of the same technology, a lot of the same pride and workmanship and all that sort of thing is really prevalent with all of our products. We don't bring in products just to make money. We bring them in because we're proud of them, and we feel that everybody that owns one will be proud of them too.
Absolutely. And as any good gun owner knows, is it's always good to have more than one firearm.
Absolutely.
It's good to have 10 or 12 or 20 or 50 or
whatever. So whatever your heart desires.
These are perfect to add to your collection, your arsenal, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
And these aren't safe queens either, man. These are guns that are meant to go out and be shot and used and have a good time with.
We're big proponents of getting out on the range and shooting these guns.
Absolutely. The way people can go and check these out is does each one of your brands have a different website, or they just go to?
Yeah, you can go to Eagle Imports website, which is www.eagleimportsinc.com, and there are tabs for all of our different brands along the left-hand side. And so you can click on each one, and it'll take you to that brand specific website.
Very cool. And then they've got product descriptions and everything.
Images. It's basically, you can download our catalog from there. You can buy extra magazines, sights, holsters, any type of accessories you want.
Okay.
So everything's there.
Very cool. And then, of course, they've got the social medias that you guys can go to, the Facebooks. It's basically you go to the manufacturer's name and then dash Eagle Imports.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like Grand Power USA dash Eagle Imports, Metro Arms USA dash Eagle Imports.
And we've got Bursa USA dash Eagle Imports. So
there you go. So keep it simple.
That's right.
And speaking of these websites, we're going to have a trivia question this week, guys. So in addition to the huge giveaway that we're already doing, Eagle Imports, Raphael is going to put up two trivia prizes this week for you lead heads. And Raphael, tell them what they're going to have to do to win the cool. What are you giving away?
We're going to give away a couple T-shirts,
bunch of swag,
Grand Power T-shirt, and I guess we're going to do a Metro Arms T-shirt.
Okay. If you've got any of these cool hats, you need to give them one of these hats too.
Yeah, we can do. I'll tell you what, we'll do a hat and a T-shirt.
Awesome. Yep. Very good.
So you got a hat and a T-shirt.
I love this hat. This Grand Power hat is comfortable. So what we're going to do, lead heads, is when I post the show, they're going to share it on Grand Power USA, Eagle Imports Facebook page, and you're going to go in there and you're going to leave a comment. You're going to leave your answer in the comment section. And the question for Grand Power USA is, okay, which country is Grand Power made in? So you'll put that and you'll say Leadhead was here.
Yeah.
And then under the Metro Arms USA Eagle Import site, you're going to tell us
what the word Yama means.
What the word Yama means, and you got to say Leadhead was here.
Yep.
And it'll also be, they'll post the show there, this episode, TLP 160, and you guys go underneath that post and put your answers. And then in a couple of weeks, Raphael is going to pick a winner from each of those sites to win the cool swag packages that he's putting together for you guys.
That's right.
Awesome. Raphael, we appreciate you doing that, buddy.
Yeah, man. My pleasure.
Lead heads love swag, man.
Don't we all?
Absolutely. All right, lead heads. Great show with Raphael with Eagle Imports. Buddy, appreciate you being on.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, lead heads, I just want to give you a quick rundown on the giveaway because some people are having some issues as far as entering goes. So what you do is you go to Talking Lead's website, talkingled.com, and under the giveaway tab, the app is there that you click on. It says the Talking Lead and Friends Independence Celebration Giveaway. And what you do is to activate it, you've got to click on the first little box down at the bottom, and then it'll ask for your name and email address. You can either enter with your Facebook page or by putting your name and your email address in there. And then once you do that, then it opens up the other opportunities for you to get entries into the contest. The first one is mandatory, and it asks for your first name, your last name, your birth date, your email address, and your mailing address. The reason that we're doing this is because some of these prizes are age specific, just like the NC-15 AR rifle that Nordic is giving away. You've got to be, all local, federal, state laws apply. So if you're not eligible to win that prize, you're not going to win it. Don't bitch and moan and complain if you're not eligible to own a firearm and you won that, you're going to get immediately disqualified. And then it'll go to the next person. And then the rest are optional. There's 80 opportunities. You've got an opportunity to get 80 entries into this contest, each person. So the more you take part, you go and you like our sponsors' Facebook pages, their Instagram pages, YouTube channels, the more entries you're going to get. And we hope you guys are going through and supporting and sponsoring these guys because they, put up a lot of really cool prizes for this. And we want to show them the Leadhead Nation is behind them. And we want to be able to bring you more contests in the future. So the more participation we get on this, the more we're going to be able to have more of these contests in the future. And there's also a link there to share it with your friends. So make sure you're sharing it with your friends. There's a little code you can embed on your Facebook page or something, and people can click on that. And if they click on that link, then it's somehow attributed back to you and you get entries for that. So take part, and I hope everybody is finding it fairly easy. I probably won't use this app in the future, just so you know. It was a little hard to set up and to deal with their support, but I think we got it well enough that you guys are going to be able to easily enter and win some awesome prizes here. So make sure you go to all our sponsors. Let me mention our sponsors real quick. Sponsors of the show, Nordic Components. Check them out at nordiccomp.com. Cobalt Kinetics, cobaltkinetics.com. Multicam, it's multicampattern.com. And X Steel Targets is back on board with us. Some of the best AR-500 steel targets that you can get, you can buy, and affordable, very affordable targets. No reason to shoot paper anymore. Go to xsteeltargets.com. X Steel Targets. get you some steel plates to shoot those new Bursas and Grand Powers that you're going to be buying from Raphael.
Right. That's right.
That's right, baby. And then our newest sponsor, Frontier Tactical. I'd like to thank Nate for being on the show last week. You guys heard the interview with Nate Love with Frontier Tactical last week. Our newest sponsors, they're developers of the Warlock multi-caliber system. Make sure you go check them out, visit their Facebook. And like I told you, we're going to be having a nice giveaway with them coming up very soon. And you can only imagine what they're going to be giving away. So stay tuned for that. Coming up real quick, what I've got going on with Talking Lead. The month of October really seems to be filling up. We've got the Iraq Veteran 888 YouTubers Day event coming up. That's the 1st of October. And then immediately following that, we've got the Big 3 East with Raphael and all the gang down there at Big 3 East.
We'll be back to rain our scourge upon Daytona again.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that. In October, the weather's going to be a lot better than it was.
Yes. Yeah. It was
be as
a
hot.
little warm when we were there last time.
It was toasty, to say the least. And then I've got several events coming in between, and I'll keep you guys posted as to what all's going on with that. But again, thank you to our guest, Raphael. Buddy, appreciate it. And
yeah, man.
Look forward to doing some videos with you at the Big 3 East coming up here in October.
Definitely. Look forward to it.
All right, lead heads, we've come to the end of another episode of the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. And as you hear in the background music, make sure you load your guns, draw, aim, and shoot. The music is coming from the goddamn Gallows. Soon to be guest on the Talking Lead podcast. That is also coming up in October. So stay tuned for the goddamn Gallows as guest on the show. But as always, keep your loved ones close.
And keep your Bursa, Grand Powers, and Metro Arms pistols closer.
Yeah, baby.
Thanks, buddy.